day, my name is Rohit Kumar, and this particular video is dedicated towards a popular audio dataset named VCTK. Now, this VCTK corpus includes the multi-speaker corpus for CSTR voice cloning tool. And when we say that it's a multi-speaker voice cloning toolkit, then obviously the meaning is quite clear that multiple speakers and their related voice cloning is available here. So when we are discussing this particular data set, VCTK, the first thing comes to mind that what this corpus is all about, how many different speech data are involved, how many speakers are involved, then what are the related links, what are the related patterns that you can find over here, what are the sampling frequency, etc., etc. So many questions must have been in your mind because it's an audio domain. So let me tell you that this particular data set is contributed by 110 English speakers with different accents, and obviously the detailing of this particular data set is included in a particular paper, the voice bank corpus design, collection and data analysis of large regional accent speech database. So this particular paper you can find on Google Scholar. And the different sorts of kind of statistics related to this particular data set include that the speech data in this particular data set is recorded using the identical recording setup, the omnidirectional microphone, particularly the DPA4035, and the 96 kilohertz sampling frequency is used at 24 bits. And the other related information means with respect to the speakers and the other things you can also find if you just Google a bit. But I think most of the details are not related to you much because particularly coming to the research domain, every research information that is related to your research is dependent on how frequently you use a particular voice sample, because again the frequency of uses you can increase or decrease depending on the kind of pre-processing that you perform on the data set. So it's up to you, but still I recommend that firstly go through this particular data set. Most of the things are well organized and the things are given over here. So as you can see in this homepage of the data set, it is provided at the data share portal of Edinburgh. The University of Edinburgh logo you can see over here. Okay, so here are the details. Then the citations and the related other information means what are the type. So type is obviously audio, so it's a sound type. Then the available date, the 2017, then the creators, the publisher, the relation, and the relationship by the references, then the superseded by, and the meta information. All the things are available over here. So these are the sort of things coming to the actual and the most important thing, that there is the download link and what is the specific size of this particular corpus. So you can see that corpus size is more than 10 GB, and the license text and the readme files are also available over here. So just go through the readme file and you will find the related information to handle this particular data set. Now coming to the end user license agreement and the depository agreement, because whenever you go for a particular data set uses, the related agreements need to be fulfilled. If they are asking for a specific sort of citations, always go for that and do as is detailed under the agreements. And you might be required to fill a particular form and submit to a particular portal or something like that. So do all the related things, because that's the ethical way of using a particular data set. Don't just take the data set and handle it in any of the sort of way, because some sort of credit need to be given to the original contributors, and that's the ethical way of handling a particular research. So these are the things, and if you are interested in more of the Edinburgh data share things, then you can go to the Edinburgh data share site, and the Center for Speech Technology Research is also available in University of Edinburgh. So this CSTR stands for the Center for Speech Technology Research, and here you can find the different sorts of things, different sorts of corpus, but like the EMI corpus, etc., etc. But the only thing that there are multiple data sets related to audio, video, etc., etc. Different domains, different specific fields. But coming to the audio domain, the most important thing that how many different speakers are there, at what frequency they are speaking, and what is the sampling rate, etc., etc. All these things you need to take into account. And when you are going for research with respect to this particular data sets, again, the first thing that comes to mind is that this particular data set is also having some sort of benchmarking with respect to different variants. So the variants are available, and the different sorts of models which are available, which are trained against this particular data sets, are discussed in different papers. So let me tell you that some of the most common things that people have done with this particular data set is the audio super resolution, then the directional hearing, bandwidth extension, and the real-time directional hearing. These are some of the sort of things that people have done with this particular data set. Now coming to the sort of blocks, so the neural codec language models as zero-shot text-to-speech synthesizers. Then the another work is stop a data set for spoken task-oriented semantic parsing. Then the transfer learning from speaker verification to multi-speaker text-to-speech synthesis. And some of the other works related to this particular data set, including the Milgan, faster diffusion-based voice conversion with fast maximum likelihood sampling scheme, etc., are available. I'm citing all these works you can find from Google Scholar. You just need to go and find the related information with respect to particular data set. So these are the different things that you can find with respect to this audio data set, which is VCTK. And this corpus is going to be really helpful because, as I told you, more than 100 English speakers are available, and they speak more than around 400 sentences. So quite a good sort of variety you find in this particular data set. And coming to the specific detail of the speaker, so that each speaker has a different sorts of newspaper text selected from a greedy algorithm they have used for selection. And then the contextual and phonetic coverage is also increased using these sort of algorithms. So I think you should think that what are the sort of availability in this particular data set from research point of view, because not only the number of speakers, not only the kind of contextual details, but the phonetic coverage is also very important. Additionally, with respect to VCTK, some of the related competitor data sets include the LibriTTS and the LJ Speech. So LJ Speech and LibriTTS you can also go and explore if you're interested. The modalities related to this particular data set include the text and audio, but audio, the sound is the major one. And coming to the specific details, so this data set you can find on two different dataset portals also. But I will recommend you to go to the original site of Edinburgh, and there you can find the most of the related details as well as the contributors or the curators details as well. The curators or the contributors details is important. Why? Because many times we are not able to handle the data set. Many times we don't find the link working. Many times we don't find that specifically how to use this particular data set. What is the ethical way of handling this data set? So all these details you can contact with the curators or the moderators, and they will let you know that what are the sort of things that you are supposed to follow. So that's all from my side for this particular video. And I hope you must have liked some of the things. Some of the things must have been useful for you. If you didn't like anything, please let me know, and I will incorporate your suggestions in the video. Thanks for watching. Happy learning.